Right now, you're really at a point where you're learning to master and kind of integrate your action with your emotions, your divine feminine, your divine masculine energies. The part of you that's more nurturing, and the part of the you that's very diligent. It's like this diligence versus this creative flow. You're really integrating everything right now. And it's this really delicate, beautiful balance. The throat chakra right now is very relevant. That chakra will continue to expand the more you continue to focus on yourself, doing what you want to do, because you have everything. I mean, you have everything in your hands. It's just about maintaining that balance. Triangles. Yeah, you're juggling a lot right now. It kind of feels like you're going back and forth between the space of like feeling overwhelmed and then feeling centered, and then the feeling overwhelmed and then feeling centered. And the feeling of overwhelm is only coming because of your options are expanding, your doors are opening. So many new waves of thoughts, ideas, creativity is pouring in right now, and it's because of that cups, the King of Cups energy. You're really like mastering yourself right now. And slow and steady pace, which is exactly where you need to be. Don't try to rush in. You're doing a great job, so keep it up. It's like you're balancing this light and this dark energy right now. And it feels like you're trying to lean, it's funny, lean more into the shadow aspect within like your emotional energy. But while maintaining like that light is the guiding light. The light is overhead, right? So it's like you're balancing. You're balancing this all out right now. Leaning into the shadow, but allowing the light to lead, allowing the light to still shine. But you are leaning more into the shadow aspects right now, which is completely fine. That's completely fine. I think people tend to give a bad rap to the shadow aspects of us, but the reality is it's just that. It's an aspect of us. It's neither good nor bad. Nothing's innately good or bad. On the 3D, sure, but 4D, sure. 5D and beyond, you know this. So keep doing that. Keep leaning into it. It will serve you. You're protected. I think that's something to keep a hold of. You are protected right now. You've always been protected. You'll continue to be highly protected. But make sure you're also, like I said, focusing on your own spiritual practices as well, and make sure you're incorporating within that your own protection rituals, whatever that looks like for you. It can be something as simple as projecting an aura field around you on the regular. It could be as something as a weekly spiritual bath for cleansing, making sure your house is cleansed, whatever it is. Just make sure you have some sort of practice in place in that regard. So add that into your spiritual routines if that's not something you're already doing. There's a lot of light in this darkness. I feel like you feel like you're being, I don't necessarily think you're being tested, but I feels like you feel like you're being tested. And in a sense you are, but it's not like there's a pass or fail at this point. You just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. The lights will continue to light. The things will continue to come. The lights will continue to ignite the path with each step you take. And with it, it can feel a little chaotic because it's like you don't exactly know where you're going, and it can get easy to fall back into the trap of your mind for a minute if you get too far ahead of yourself. So just keep remembering to pull yourself back to that center and ground yourself. Ground yourself emotionally as well within that. When the mental conflict comes up, mental jibber jabber. Make sure you're drinking enough water as well. Yeah, same when it comes to the mental, within your emotions. Like you gotta kind of do like a flip flop with that. So like when your emotional turmoil starts to come up, which is still mental, but when it feels more emotional, and you start to get out of your king energy, that creative flow energy, that's when you need to tap into your intuition, like your spiritual intuition mentality, right? So like going back to going back to that idea and like that thought process, okay, one foot in front of the other. I'm not going to go too far ahead, because the emotional pulls can start to pull you too forward because you're getting excited, and then that makes you want to think ahead, which pulls you out of that creative flow. So you need to switch back to the mental, to the one foot in front of the other, allowing each step you take to have another light ignite so that you can continue to see where you're going. Also, I want to point out, I'm sorry, actually I'm not really sorry, but for you guys can hit fast forward if this is too slow for you. Thank you guys for watching these videos. This is, like I said, new to me, and I'm also for the first time utilizing a deck that doesn't have like a single code word on the bottom, which is really helpful for me. It's easier for my intuition to tap in when I have like a code word for like a general feel of the card. So this is just what I know, what I'm tapping into based off of the card itself and the sealer or whatever. There's something else here. I'm just hearing hidden treasures. Hidden treasures. Fairy tales. Or not, yeah, fairy tales. I'm just like getting, what movie is that? Rapunzel. So I don't know if that might be relevant for somebody. I'm wishing upon a star. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of Disney references. Frozen. And I don't know what the treasure is. Maybe it might be maybe Disney related as well. Okay. Let me pull one more. We're gonna go ahead and do this one. Number 3 keeps coming up. So you're at a place right now where this is, it's a lot of growth happening. A lot of growth. Like all at once. And this is the result of all the work that you've been doing over the course of over the course of I don't know how many years. I'm hearing 7 to 9 years. Medusa might be relevant for somebody too. What does Medusa do? She's like she turns you to stone if you look her in the eyes. I think looking into the alternative stories and thinking about things in a very reflective way would be helpful for some. So when it comes to perceiving villains in different various shows, even going back to fairy tales, kind of when you're watching things right now, trying to flip the narrative in your head or perceive and try to understand where the other person could have formed into who they are may have resulted from, right? So example, I was just talking about this with a friend. The movie, what is that? God, it is a Disney movie. Snow White. Yes, Snow White. So you have the Snow White movie, right? And then in there you have the villain who is the evil queen. But then if you go back, and it's just interesting because if you've seen Maleficent, right? That's just like the flip side. It's telling you the story before that story, and it shows you exactly what made Maleficent this evil queen. So I think that's going to be helpful right now as well when you're focusing on this part of your journey, is continuously flipping the script and trying to see things and understand things from a different perspective. If you find yourself getting into a rut in any way, whether it's like a mental rut or an emotional rut, which is still mental, but you start to, when you're feeling it more, it's hard to mentally get yourself out. But flipping the script is going to be important right now as well. Through this process of growth and expansion that you're going through right now, is going to be a really big part of this. Because it's going to take the integration of the shadow fully and completely. And it's a process. So like I said, we're not rushing. We're not getting too far ahead of ourselves. We're putting one foot in front of the other. We're allowing the light to continue to light each path of our step, each step of our path. There we go. Man, I'm feeling so much more calm. You guys, the full moon yesterday, my energy was through the roof. My God. Whew. That video yesterday was a little damn. Okay. I think that's all I have for you guys. Let me know if this landed for you guys. That would be really helpful for me. I'd really appreciate it. If not, you don't want to, that's totally fine. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next one. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, evening, or night, whatever it is that you guys are seeing and receiving this video. If this video did find you, I, at this point, have faith. I trust that it found you for a reason. So leave a comment, don't leave a comment. If this video found you, I know that it was meant to. If it doesn't hit now, it will hit later. So thank you guys for bearing with me too, just as I guess tune into and trust my own intuition, and just being with me through this process and allowing me to, especially with this new deck. These cards are so beautiful. Let me show you guys a couple of these really quick. This is the, what deck is this? I don't even know. Look at this. It's so pretty. Just all these different, like, magical, mythical. It's gorgeous. I hope that's not like a bad thing to do on here. I don't know how YouTube works yet, so hopefully this doesn't get taken down. Shit, that would suck. It's okay. All right, I love you guys so much. I will talk to you in the next one. Okay, bye.